Good day everyone. Today we're going to be talking about how to shoot color negative film without a light meter and not using the Sunny 16 rule. Come on, let's get into it. But before we get into the video, get your phone out, follow us on Instagram at Zain Photo, hit that subscribe button. We all know this rule, Sunny 16. You know, if it's a bright sunny day, set the aperture to f16 and then you set the shutter speed to the same number as your film ISO. I don't like this rule because it's very inflexible. It's not versatile because you're sort of, you know, this rule only really applies to when it's sunny, when it's very, very bright. And you're stuck to shooting at f16. So how do we get around this? One way obviously is just to be very, very experienced and, you know, you could just kind of guess and have a good feel for it. You know, you can just get a ballpark figure just by looking at the light. But we can do a bit better than that. So I'm going to contradict myself here. You're still going to need a light meter, but instead of taking a reading before every single exposure, you're just going to take one reading at the beginning of the day. That is the reading that you will then base all of your other sort of readings off of. You don't have to use a light meter, you can use a light meter on your phone. So I still kind of count this as not needing a light meter because everyone has their phone with them all the time. You only make changes to your settings based on changes in the light. It was a very, very sunny day, so I took the reading there. That was my base reading. And because I was shooting with the Olympus OM1, the max shutter speed is 1/1000th. I was overexposing by 1 stop.
Another really good way of judging the light is to literally just look at the back of your hand. I know it might sound really obvious because you can just literally look at the light in front of you, but I find this way really quite helpful by seeing how defined the shadows are. If the shadows are really defined, really harsh, really dark, then you know the light is very bright, very harsh. If the shadows are less pronounced, it's a lot softer on your hand, or it just looks a lot darker on your hand, then you know you're going to have to introduce more light on the frame. You're going to have to maybe slow down the shutter speed or open up the aperture. It's just a really quick way of letting yourself know, okay, do I need a bit more light or do I need less light?
So in these instances, when I was shooting into indoors where it's a lot darker than it was outdoors, I knew that I would have to give it more light. I then opened up the aperture to, I think maybe f2.8, because it was very, very dark in this situation. I think I even slowed it down to 1/125th of a second. I was shooting with portrait 160 because it was a very, very bright day. So it's very simple. You take one reading, that is your base reading. You then make changes according to the changes in the light. If you start shooting somewhere dimmer, you give it a bit more light. If it's really, really dark, then you give it a lot more light. If it gets even brighter, then obviously you try to cut more light out. So obviously shooting without a light meter, it's simple, but it definitely requires a lot of practice, but it is doable. If you shoot with color negative film, or especially with a higher end color negative film like Portra or Fuji Pro 400H when it was around, you're gonna get a good exposure regardless, so long as you don't underexpose it. If you do want to get to a stage where you don't need a light meter at all, this is a really, really good way of practicing. The key is to make little adjustments.
So just to prove my point, so here I'm in the light, nice and bright, I'm taking exposure on my face.
and it's giving me, so I was shooting Portra 160 on the day. So the light meter is telling me at ISO 160, if I shot at f2, I need a shutter speed of 1/160th of a second. So let's go move over here. I'm in the shadow now. My face is in the complete shadow. Look at my hand, it's in the complete shadow. So take a reading there. And at f2, the shutter speed is 1/25th of a second. So the difference between 1/160th of a second and 1/25th of a second is, as I suspected, about 2 stops of light. Yeah, so just to recap, shooting without a light meter does require a lot of practice, does require a lot of experience, of just having experience, knowing how to judge light, you know. But if you implement my tip of taking one reading at the beginning and then changing the light, adjusting the light by increments, by 1 to 2 stop increments, depending on the change in light, eventually over time, you know, maybe by the 4th, 5th time you implement this method, eventually you're going to get really good at judging the light and not needing a light meter at all. I also just wanted to mention, in case you noticed it in the photos, I did have some problems with my camera, with the OM1. It's really annoying because I've had this CLA'd, I've had this service so many times, but it still does it. It's called shutter capping. It's basically when you get half the frame blacked out, and it happened on 4 frames in the roll. Wasn't a big deal. Thankfully it didn't affect the entire roll, but my favorite shot, well, that would have been my favorite shot, was right at the beginning, and the shutter capped, and that's why it looks like this. You know, half the frame is completely underexposed. Yeah, that's just in case you guys were wondering what the hell was wrong with the photo. Very rusty, but I did get some that I was very happy with. The very last shot of the roll was this one of this tailor. I shot through some railings. It was really dark, but there was a beautiful sort of shapes of light on him, on his sort of, I don't know, on his work surface. And I just took a gamble. I thought to myself, okay, it's going to be about maybe 1/60th of a second. I opened up to f2.8 and I just waited for a moment where he was as still as possible, and thankfully it worked out. And that's just based on pure experience, and I just thought to myself, YOLO, let's go for it. Thankfully there was enough light there and it turned out just fine. Anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram at Zain Reads a Photo. With all that said and done, more videos to come. I'll see you later. Bye.